Moving on to another switch, another type of switch. This is an entire door latch mechanism out of a GMC half-ton, but we're only going to be spending time looking at this portion right here, which is our door switch. So this is what tells our BCM whether the door is open or the door is closed, and some of your vehicles are using this as an interlock for the transmission or engine speed or wheel speed to prevent injury from somebody driving with their door open. This is also the switch that would have to be bypassed or basically held open, operated open, if you wanted to operate without doors. Now, this switch is interesting because it's actually a normally closed switch. So what that means is that when the door is open, when the latch mechanism is open, not like it is right now, but when the latch mechanism is open, like it is now, the contacts of the switch are closed. And the reason for that is now the lights in the cabin can turn on. So this could be wired as simple as from battery to fuse, fuse to switch, switch to light, light to ground. And anytime the door would be open, this switch would close and the light would turn on. Anytime the door closes, this switch would go open and the light would turn off. So to show you what that looks like, we're going to take a look at our meter again. Put our seal pick under to manage the glare. And we are going to take these wire colors here. So we have a brown and a gray black. Right now we can see that my leads are on the gray black and the brown, which are the wires to this terminal right here. And if we don't believe we're in the right spot, open up that connector and we see that our wire went to OL. Put that back in and we see that we have our continuity back. So this switch in its normal condition, which means removed from application, is electrically normally closed. So it has low resistance, it has continuity, it will pass current through it. When the door is closed, so when we take our striker here and we operate and we close the door, and we push it all the way in. So notice how the first click didn't quite go to OL. That's normal. We all expect that. Then when we half close our door, the lights stay on, not fully turned off. Now, when that keeper is all the way in, I can't pull it out easily. Now we have the resistance of our switch goes to OL, which is open. So now we have an open switch. Now when we reopen the door, don't lock it. Pull that door open again, and we see that our switch goes back to its normal condition, which is normally closed. So this is a normally closed switch that spends most of its life in the open condition because our vehicles spend most of their life with the door closed. And so knowing the difference, knowing what that switch is supposed to be, that it's supposed to be normally closed, makes a difference when you have your door open to be able to perform the test and you're measuring and you're going, uh-oh, this door switch is shorted. No, it's not. It's always intended to be normally closed when the door is open. If you had the door open and you were doing the test on this latch and you had noticed that the resistance here was OL, you would have to come down, make sure that this latch mechanism is actually operating the switch to fully open. You see my resistance is changing as I move the latch. But if it remains OL and you don't see that fluctuation, that up and down, then that would tell you that your door switch has failed in its open state, and the only replacement at this point is to replace the whole latch module, the latch unit. If you're working in commercial trucks, you may not see this, and if you're working in automotive vehicles like cube vans, older cube vans, you will find that the door switch is actually another momentary button, much like the one we looked at for the normally open switch. It has an operating button, but they are as well a normally closed switch. They're just simply mounted external from the latch, as you can see right here. All right, so this has been our normally closed switch in application in a door latch of a GMC half-ton, but we would see this in most of our vehicles.